Ouroboros, a symbol of a serpent swallowing its own tail. It is a symbol used in ancient Greece and Egypt. It represents eternal cycles such as life and death, creation and destruction, and time itself, looping forever. And for today's theory, the Ouroboros also represents something else: the endless cycles found within Mdickie games. Whether it's wars that never truly end, societies trapped in repeating systems, or the unchanging cruelty of human nature, the pattern always remains the same: a world caught in its own loop. So today we'll be looking at these three Mdickie game worlds and the endless cycles that plague them. Super City is a game built on the illusion of order. All the factions are constantly at war, claiming that their own way of life is the only way to live, and it is their responsibility to exterminate every other faction. Heroes rise, villains fall, and yet, no matter how many battles are won, peace never truly lasts for long. Every victory just plants the seed of the next conflict. Even when one faction wipes out the others, something always reignites the chaos and war. Whether it's a new enemy emerging or allies turning on each other, their battle never truly stops. And just like the Ouroboros eating its own tail, Super City devours itself endlessly consuming its heroes and villains' lives in the name of peace, unattainable peace. Maybe that's the real tragedy here. No matter how many times the city resets or rebuilds itself, war is its natural nature. Because in the Mdickie universe, peace isn't a destination, it's just a pause, a brief pause between an endless war. In hard time, freedom is just an illusion crafted by society. You start the game as a prisoner, doing time for your crimes. But even when you finally escape those wars, the system always finds a way to drag you back. No matter how clean you try to live your life, crime somehow always finds you. Someone bumps into you, a fight breaks out, and suddenly you are back in court, repeating the same process all over again. It's really a cycle with no exit, a loop of punishment with brief freedom and the inevitable return. So in the world of hard time, justice isn't about reform or redemption, it's about repetition. It's a perfect loop of crime and consequence. In the New Testament, the Ouroboros takes on a divine form, a loop not out of violence or punishment, but out of faith, doubt, and naivety. You play as a disciple, witnessing and performing miracles, divine powers, and even resurrection itself. But no matter how many times faith is proven true, the world always forgets. After every revelation, humanity drifts back into disbelief, corruption, and sin. And the same cycle begins once again. It is the eternal rhythm of belief. Humanity reaches towards God, finds meaning, and receives His forgiveness, gifts, and embrace. But then they forget and they lose everything that they have received. It reflects the events of the real world, where we see warnings, dangers, and other disasters. At that moment, we pray and reflect, promising never to do this again, saying that if we are delivered, we will do better. We will be better. But as soon as our prayers are answered, we just forget after a few years, making the same mistakes all over again, but even worse this time. And maybe that's the cruel beauty of it. Because in the real world and the New Testament, enlightenment isn't a destination, it is just a repeating process. You live, you learn, you fall into sin out of ignorance or greed. You beg and receive forgiveness and peace, and then you return back to said sin over and over again. The Ouroboros here isn't just consuming its tail, it's consuming human fate itself, resetting the timeline every time mankind forgets what it once believed in. Well, that is all the time I have for today, I guess. I hope you guys can catch what I'm trying to say in this fucking script, because I've been doing this shit for a while now. I try to write it in a way people understand. Is this even a theory? This is just fucking philosophy. I'm bro, I God, this video is not going to do it. People are not going to understand what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Well, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Everybody, these 3 games, they are just repeating stuff, I guess. Fuck my, why is my brain blank all of a sudden? I wrote the script and I can't remember what I wrote for. Well, thanks for reaching this far. I hope this is 6 minutes at least. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed. I am on the road to getting monetized next year. It's definitely not happening this year, but hey, maybe it is possible. You never know. Oh yeah, road to 2K subscribers, so that's nice. And thank you. Why am I talking like a drunkard? I swear to God. The young ones say, why am I saying young ones? I am also, how old am I? Yeah, I'm 22 or 3. I don't even remember. God, my birthday is next month, November. Shit. What was I saying? Okay, I've forgotten. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a smiley day. Yeah. Ouroboros. 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 A symbol of a serpent. A symbol of a serpent devouring shit. A symbol of a serpent devouring shit.